So thank you very much for offering me this opportunity to speak about a subject that is, yes, dear Candice, is very dear to my heart. Because I would like to start by saying that we all know that digital technologies, including artificial intelligence, were prominent in providing solutions to face the COVID-19 pandemic. And we know that they are changing our lives beyond what we can foresee. The possibilities are immense, yet behind this opportunity lies a risk that must be well thought. Artificial intelligence can reverberate and amplify existing inequalities. And to avoid this, we need to increase and diversify the pool of talents developing AI systems. I like very much this word talents, not only to talk about women, but to talk about talents. And we have the chance to make sure that this technology is human-centric, gender sensitive, and bias-free to benefit everyone more equally. Today, we all know women do not participate fully nor on equal grounds in the development of AI. Our latest She Figures data shows that in the European Union, less than 23% of ICT doctoral graduates are women, and in the active ICT workforce, women comprise a mere 17%. When these 17% participates, they earn 13% less per month while doing the same job. And data also shows that only 15% of innovative startups are founded or co-founded by women, and only 6% have all women founding teams. And we all know that without gender equality and diverse teams, we risk creating digital products and services that only perpetuate inequalities. And this is already the case for specific AI systems used, for example, to determine hiring decisions, credit scores, or healthcare needs. And we feed algorithms data that introduces existing biases, which then become self-fulfilling. So more women working in the AI industry, writing algorithms and feeding into product development will change how we imagine and develop technology and what challenges we want to solve. Evidence shows that gender diversity, particularly among leadership positions, drives increased productivity, profitability, and market value for companies. And we have an opportunity to address these imbalances by driving a greater focus on inclusion, empowerment, and equality. And here I want to share two examples of what the European Commission does to support a human-centric, gender-sensitive, bias-free AI. The first one is about how we support AI research and women entrepreneurs, and the second one is about education. First, when we talk about research, I would like to share with you that for the first time in Horizon Europe program, our biggest European program for research, public bodies, research and higher education institutions will need to have in place a gender equality plan to be eligible for European funding. To drive institutional change, one needs support and commitment from the management, and they need to lead by example. Believe me, that was not easy, especially with some part taking active contribution in Horizon Europe program. But I think that now it's obvious and it's clear that it's not a condition, it's our own potential that we need to unlock, and we have an excellent tool in our hands. Another novelty in Horizon Europe is that integrating a gender dimension in research and innovation content will become a requirement by default. Horizon Europe will also fund new research and innovation projects to tackle biases in artificial intelligence, and actually a call for proposals named Tackling Gender, Race and Other Biases in AI is right now open, and I very much encourage all of you to apply. We count on your innovative ideas. Another important thing, and that was mentioned already, but I'm sure that that's just the beginning, is the European Innovation Council and what we are doing together with the European Innovation Council. First, yes, we have now celebrated the achievements of women innovators through the European Prize for Women Innovators for more than 5 years. This is important from a public awareness point of view, and more specifically because young girls and women need role models they can relate with. And yes, inspiring and celebrating is excellent, but supporting is even better. That is why less than 2 months ago, I launched a new brand initiative, Women Tech EU. You know that this is a funding scheme to help women grow their deep tech companies. And in the first call, 50 women will receive financial support, first-class coaching and mentoring to help take their business to the next level. Over 136 women have already applied, confirming that we have such a vast, untapped potential that needs the proper support. And I would like here really to mention that what is important on one side is, of course, the funding. But for me, what is equally important is these advice services, the coaching, the networking, because we need really to stay very united if you'd like to succeed in this mission. That was on my first point. Now it's good that we have these tools at our disposal, but that will be, of course, up to us to see how we can popularize them and how we can achieve better results together. The second part of my intervention is, of course, focused on education. I think that it's a great chance that for the first time, one commissioner is responsible for research and innovation and for education and youth. And here, of course, I would like to mention 2 of our programs. So on one side, Erasmus+, on the other side, we have the Digital Education Action Plan. And with the Digital Education Plan and the Erasmus+, we want to make the most out of the digital transformation, equip students with the right skills, and importantly, tackle girls' and women's underrepresentation in STEM fields. Allow me here to share with you some data. A recent study from the Gender Equality Institute shows that only 4 European countries, Bulgaria, Estonia, Malta, and Romania, where teenage girls express an interest in working as an ICT professional at 30. And even in these countries, the interest is meager, between 1% and 3%. In other European countries, almost no interest is noted. In contrast, between 3 and 15% of teenage boys across the EU aspire to become ICT professionals. This is hugely worrying, and it shows how strongly gender stereotypes influence subject choices. Later down the line, this leads to specific study and work fields persistently dominated by women or men, and undoubtedly increasing the number of girls in STEM is quite an old and tough nut to crack. That's why I think that here again, we have a very important tool at our disposal. And I would like to refer here to the European Institute of Innovation and Technology. The European Institute of Innovation and Technology has taken on this challenge, and it has, for example, recently launched the Girls Go Circular project to boost girls' digital skills through workshops focusing on the circular economy. And the Girls Go Circular will also host the first Women and Girls in STEM forum, which will bring together policymakers, researchers, and young students for mentorship opportunities and discussions on eliminating gender biases in STEM. So I would like really here to insist that our objective is somehow measurable together with the European Institute of Innovation and Technology in the framework of the Digital Education Action Plan. We decided to offer training for 40,000 girls in AI by the next few years. But of course, it's up to us to popularize this information. And my challenge, why to stop to 40,000? We need much more. So in conclusion, I want really to multiply and step up this type of effort across Europe. We can and should do much more to increase girls' confidence to pursue STEM careers, to see the AI as a great perspective for their personal and professional development. And yes, definitely, together with my team, we are also determined to increase the number of women-led startups and support more women pursuing careers in the AI industry. And this is why I welcome new out-of-the-box ideas and best practices, especially from the private sector and civil society. To radically increase these numbers, we need the private sector on board. And this is why I very much welcome initiatives like the Women and AI Pact for a Responsible and Non-Sexist AI, initiated by Mariya Gabriel and Christine Denel. And I hope that the 16 companies that have signed this pact will soon double, and more companies will increase their focus on inclusion, empowerment, and equality in the AI industry. So I invite all of you to take action at your level to support more women in the development of artificial intelligence. And again, I will finish as I started. You can count on my firm support. Thank you very much.